Hello everybody, it is Dan Lags, and I am back again for episode number 95 of Constructing Los Angeles. And guys, can you believe it? We're on episode 95. It's crazy. Wow, we're only 5 episodes away from triple digits. But anyway, guys, on today's episode, I'm going to be working on the Italian Italian restaurant. We already finished the villa. And I'm going to be answering some of your guys' questions. We're going to do a, Q&A on the 5s, CLD 95. We haven't done one since CLD 75, so I thought I'd do one. Before we hit that 100 mark. So we're going to get started with the questions right away. So the first question comes from Ryan Lund, and his question is, can you palm a basketball? So if you guys don't know, palming a basketball is when you can hold a basketball with one hand without any help from your other hand or anything else. Just like be able to hold it with one hand. And the answer to that question is yes, I actually can palm a basketball. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's no other way to say it. Yeah, I can palm a basketball. All right. Next question comes from TJ Master, without an E in Master. And his question is, out of all the sports, who is your favorite player? So my favorite athlete in all of sports is Marcus Mariota. He's a quarterback for the Oregon Ducks, college football. And that is my favorite athlete. So yeah, it's really not that close. It's pretty much a unanimous kind of thing. So next question, we're going to get into some Minecraft questions soon, but here we go. This next one's from Byron McKinnon, I think is how you pronounce your name. If I botch your names, don't eat me. All right, so his question is an airport or a mall in the future plans of CLD when you can expand it on next-gen consoles? So that's a good question. As far as plans, well, I mean, the idea is that one day we will be able to expand our maps on next-gen consoles. So I hope that I can expand Los Angeles, convert it and expand it, make it bigger. And if that's the case, if I am able to do that, if one day that becomes true, then I'll absolutely have plans to add an airport. I might even still add a mall in Los Angeles, even on the regular Xbox seat if I have space. But yeah, I would definitely add an airport, like a major one. Like I was considering adding one in the desert, like a small one. But a major airport would definitely be something I would add if I was able to have more space on Los Angeles. So yes, the answer to that question is yes. All right, next one comes from Catherine Carter, and her question is, how did you meet Jack? So Jack and I go way back. If you guys don't know, So Many Flamingos. You see him on videos from time to time. Jack and I have known each other since I was 4 and he was 3, so it's been a good solid 16 years. Jack moved into my neighborhood about a year after I did. Actually, about 6 months after I did. And, his mom just, came over to my mom's house for whatever reason. Came over to our house, and, Jack was, decided he wanted to go on my swing set, which I had a huge problem with because, I'm pretty territorial as a 4-year-old. So, I ended up, he ended up being on my swing set. We ended up just being friends because, what kind of, how 4-year-olds are. They'll be friends with anybody, but yeah, that's how it happened. Jack moved into my neighborhood. He's my next door neighbor. For those of you guys do not know, when we're not at college, when we're home for the summer, we're neighbors. So that is the thing. That's how I met Jack. It's been a long time. He's my oldest friend, so I've known him much longer than Tyler or anybody else that's been on my videos. All right, next question comes from Legendary Designs, and his question is, are you going to finish Los Angeles on Xbox 360 or Xbox One? So this kind of ties into the question I answered 2 questions ago. If I'm able to expand it on Xbox One, I'll most likely finish it on Xbox One. And if not, then, I'm probably still going to transfer it to Xbox One either way. So it'll probably get finished on Xbox One. Yeah, that's probably a yes. But I'm still going to release a 360 download and all that stuff once it's finally done, which will be forever from now. But yeah, I'll probably finish it on Xbox One if everything goes as planned. So yes, that is yes as well. Answering yes to all these questions. All right, next one is from Clashin' for Life, and his question is, what made you come up with the idea to start your YouTube channel, and did you think it would be successful? So that's kind of a 2-part question. The first one, I think I've answered this kind of a little bit before, but this one's a little bit different. So the idea to start my YouTube channel was kind of developed by my friends and I. We were building Danville about a year, well, like 15 months ago. We were building Danville, and my friends were like, this map's fun, this map's cool. You should put some videos up on YouTube for it, and I thought it was a good idea, and to be honest, I actually did think it would be pretty successful because I thought to myself that if I uploaded, consistently, every day I put a video out, I'm bound to, have some followers, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's kind of how it worked out. So I wasn't, like, I'm not shocked, you know, that it's, like, successful. But, you know, it's just the way it is now, you know, how huge it is now is just, like, you know, something that I would have never expected. So, I guess hopefully that answers the question good enough. So the next one is from Zezzy/Zezo, if I said that right. And the question is, what does your family think of your YouTube career, and does it affect them? BT Dub, love your videos. Thank you very much. Well, I don't. It's not really a career. First off, it's more of just like a hobby. But yeah, I mean, they don't know a whole lot about it. They know that I make videos, but they don't really know too much else. You know, I don't really talk about it at all with them either. So it's kind of like a thing we don't really bring up at all. So it's not really you know, a thing that I keep from I don't keep it from my family, but I don't really talk to them about it. It's like not something that we talk about on a day-to-day basis, like ever. Like maybe like once a month that it'll come up in conversation, but you know, it doesn't really affect them. So there's really no need for them to like get super involved in it. All right, so next question is from Nicholas Stammy, and his question is, do you think you will like Xbox One Minecraft more than 360, more or less than 360? You know, it depends. I think that, you know, the features that have already been confirmed, like you know, bigger worlds and further render distance, will make me like it more. I think it's going to be pretty similar besides that, so there's no reason for me not to like it more. Maybe like you know, Xbox One is a little bit of a strange console in terms of like the dashboard and like the party system, so maybe that will play into it, but I think I'll like it just as much as 360 Minecraft once it comes out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, next question is from It's Blitz. And his question is, or his or her, the question is, what's your favorite build type? Modern, traditional, etc. I don't really have a favorite. I think I've answered this before. I don't really have a favorite, but, you know, I like traditional more than modern, I guess. I like building fantasy stuff, actually. That's, like, something I really enjoy, like the fantasy castle, stuff like that. But, like, really anything that I like to build, you know, it's just whatever I feel like building whenever on a given time. But, you know, like right now I'm building an Italian restaurant. So, you know, it's whatever I feel like building is what I like to build. There's nothing I don't like to build, you know. Maybe like, I don't know, what's something I don't like to build? I can't even think of anything. I mean, that's why I like Minecraft so much, because there's really nothing I don't like about it. So, yeah, there's really I would say traditional is probably my favorite, or fantasy. I like those more than modern, but I don't dislike modern. I like building modern. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that answers the question well enough. All right, so next one's from Cardistar, and the question is, now that you've done your face reveal, you think you will do face cam on gameplay/video? I'm not sure. You know, I think I will do some live streams. I think if I do live streams, I'll add a face cam to it. But as far as like CLD goes, I don't think I'm gonna do face cams, just because, you know, CLD doesn't really warrant a face cam. You know, it's really more about the build. It's not about my face. You know, that's like, I try to emphasize this as much as I can, even though I have done, you know, the face reveal, blah blah blah. That doesn't mean my channel is now about my face. It's still going to be about Minecraft, so that, like, don't expect, like, my face cam to be in, like, every video, you know? Like, it's just, like, it's something that's, like, I think it's kind of silly for, like, a guy to have a face cam. Like, just, no. I mean, there's nothing wrong with girl YouTubers having face cams, if you know what I mean, but, you know, I don't know. It's just weird. There's no reason for me to add a face cam on CLD, but I will do it for live streams, most likely, just so I can, like, answer questions on stream and stuff like that. But as far as live streams go, that's a different story for a different day, but expect that pretty soon. I'll go into further detail on that, you know, as soon as I can. But the next question comes from Ablek33 per. Okay, it's actually Able Creeper. I guess Able Creeper with a couple of lead speaks in there. And the question is, on your second channel, is there going to be Modern Warfare 2 or any newer Call of Duties? I love Modern Warfare 2. That's my favorite Call of Duty game, so I will probably end up playing that at some point on my second channel, but I do have some Call of Duty Zombies planned. I'm not really a huge multiplayer guy in terms of Call of Duty anymore. I don't really like playing it as much as I used to, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do like any Call of Duty Ghosts or anything like that. I don't play that game, so but definitely Modern Warfare 2, you know, is one of my favorite CODs, so I will probably end up doing that with my friends at some point on my second channel. So yes, that is a yes. Next question comes from Sydney Bolin, and the question is, LeBron to Cleveland thoughts. So I'm a little bit late to the party on this one. I think it was smart for LeBron to go back to Cleveland. You know, go back to play for the Cavaliers, his old team. I thought it was a good decision, you know, since, you know, I think it's cool that he's going to try to go back and win a title with the old team that he left. So I like it. I have no problem with it. I'm not like a huge. I like LeBron. I think he's a good player. I like watching him play because he's so good. But I'm not like a huge diehard LeBron fan or anything like that. So I really couldn't care less where he went. But I think it's cool that he went back to Cleveland. So that is that. Next question comes from Amber, and the question is, what will be your next huge project on Minecraft once CLD is finished? So I get this question quite often. CLD is not really close to being done. I mean, it seems like there's been a lot of progress made on it, but there's still a lot more to do. And if the world is able to be expanded on the next gen, then that's going to take even longer to finish it. I'll probably just keep working on that. So I would say if I'm able to expand it, then I'll just keep working on CLD on a bigger seed. But if not, then I'll, if I ever do finish it, then I'll probably do like a theme park. I want to do a theme park. That would be pretty fun. Something like Six Flags or something like that. And that's kind of like an idea that I've had for a while that I would like to do once Los Angeles is done. But who knows? If I'm able to expand the seed, then I might as well just build a theme park on Los Angeles' seed. You know what I mean? So, I don't really have any, the plan, like that kind of, I don't think about that kind of stuff, like planning for life after Los Angeles and stuff like that. I don't have any plans for that kind of stuff because it's going to be a long ways away before, that is even like a thought. So, yeah. Next one comes from MJY142. And the question is, if you could go to any country in the world, where would you go and why? That's a pretty good question. There's a lot of places I would like to travel. I love, I like traveling around the U.S., to be honest. But if I had to go somewhere else, I'd probably go to I would say 3 places I would like to go would probably be Australia, Venezuela, and Costa Rica. I would say would be the 3 places I would want to go. As far as like traveling. So yeah, I guess that would be like tropical. I like tropical places and like stuff like that. So. Yeah, that's probably where I would go if I were to go on a international vacation, I guess. All right, so next question comes from Joel Hepburn, and his question is, are you going to build a Hollywood sign in your world? So, originally I had ideas of doing this on Los Angeles, but I don't think I will. And just for the main reason that there's not a huge mountain in the world that I could build a sign on potentially, so... Of course, if I used the other Los Angeles seed with the mountain on it, then I could have done that. But then that's world edit. That's PC stuff. So we're staying away from that. But yeah, I mean, that is, definitely something I thought about, but I don't think I'm going to do at this point. Maybe, like I said, all these questions kind of relate back to the potential of an expandable seed. Like if I can expand the seed and I find a huge mountain, then heck, why not stick a Hollywood sign on it? I'd probably call it something else besides Hollywood. Who knows? But yeah. I've definitely thought about that before, and we'll see. We'll have to wait to see for that one. All right, next question. We have a few more questions here. I'm going to answer like 2 more, and then we will be out of here. So, all right, next question comes from Chris, age 12, and his question is, how did you get the nickname Your Friendly Neighborhood Danlags, and what does it mean? Hashtag Droopy Trees. All right, it's really nothing special. It's just, the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny to just say that. So there's really nothing behind it. So I just took it from Spider-Man. That's pretty much as simple as that. So it doesn't mean much. It's just a stupid thing that I say just for the hell of it. So yeah, Your Friendly Neighborhood Danlags, answering some questions. All right, so we're going to answer one more question, and then we're going to end the video. So our last question comes from Kyler Keith. And the question is, what mic do you use to record? So the mic I am using right now, talking to you guys, is a Blue Yeti mic. And it's a pretty nice mic. It cost me like a good solid $200 to buy. But it's got great quality. I like it. I've been using it since like February. I love it, actually. It's literally the greatest mic ever. I used to use a Rock Band mic before that. So like this thing, it's like going from like T-ball to like the Major League Baseball like in like one day. It's crazy. But yeah, no, that's what I use. Blue Yeti, probably one of the best mics you could buy for YouTube. I like it a lot, and I'd recommend it if you're a YouTuber and you need a new mic, go for it. Blue Yeti, that's the way you want. So anyway, guys, that is going to conclude the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for giving me some questions on Twitter to answer. I appreciate it. And the next question and answer video probably won't be for a while. I would say maybe like episode 115 or something like that. I don't like to do too many of these, but you know, they are fun. It's a great way to interact with you guys. Probably the best way I could interact with you guys, since, you know, you can't fit that many people on an Xbox server. So this is probably the best way to do it, you know, to answer your guys' questions and stuff like that. So thanks for all the questions, guys. Sorry if I didn't answer your question. I was just kind of cherry picking the questions, the questions that I hadn't already answered and stuff like that. So anyway, I appreciate all the questions you guys sent me on Twitter. And if you you know, want to get involved in the next Q&A, feel free to follow me on Twitter. The link will be in the description. Also, subscribe to my second channel. Gonna have some videos up on that definitely within the next day or two. So there's gonna be a couple more videos on that. So if you haven't already, go subscribe to my second channel. That link will also be in the description. And it has been your friend, the neighborhood Dan Lags. I just cracked my finger. If you guys heard that, that hurt really bad. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for watching CLD 95. We'll come back in a few days with CLD 96. We'll continue to work towards episode 100, which will be a live stream extravaganza. And, you know, more details on that to come. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching the video. It has been Dan Lags, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Peace out.